It's a delight to have you back. President John Dramani Mahama has pledged to cut agricultural loan rates to single digits, warning high costs hinder farmers' returns and also slow food security. At the 41st National Farmers' Day in Ho, he called high interest loans a major challenge. President John Dramani Mahama says his administration will implement measures to bring interest rates on agricultural loans down to single digits.
And so government will continue to support farmers. And I particularly was impressed by our female farmers and fishers. Just that the title of your organization is a bit jaw-breaking, Gafafao. I've still been trying to learn how to say it, Gafafao. But of course, the Gafafao reflects how powerful the organization is. And I believe that they raise very important issues to do with focusing on women agriculturists who are into farming and fishing by giving them credit to be able to produce more and giving them the credit at the right interest rate. Currently, capital and credit that is available to our farmers is at such an interest rate that if they take a loan, they virtually will be working for the bank, not for themselves. And so one of our prime objectives is how to get credit to our farmers at the best possible rate. I saw one of the members of the Ghana National Association of Farmers and Fishermen holding a placard that said single-digit interest rate. I agree with you. Credit for agriculture must be at single-digit interest rate. And so this government is going to work to bring that interest rate below 10% so that farmers can have access to cheaper credit to be able to produce more for us to feed ourselves. I like the theme of this year's Farmers' Day because it says we should feed Ghana, we should eat Ghana in order to secure our future. As the minister said, our food import bill of about 3 billion is still too high. And so we need to grow more food for ourselves. And we can only do this if we provide a market for our farmers.
But at the same event, President Mahama also urged Ghanaians, particularly salaried workers, to consider agriculture as an additional revenue stream, emphasizing that farming is not the exclusive preserve of rural dwellers or full-time farmers.
The thing about agriculture is you can do another job and still be a farmer. And so teachers, nurses, doctors, civil servants, you can go to work at the same time you can have a farm to supplement your income. And so don't think that it's only the village folk and our poor fathers and mothers in the village who must be full-time farmers. When we went to lunch in Nkukon Ketekete, there was this young man who came. And he had received, I think, 1,000 birds. And when he had finished growing them, he went to sell them, and he had made over 100,000 cedis for himself. Meanwhile, this was a trained nurse. He had finished school and not been posted yet. So he said, look, while I'm waiting for posting, let me start rearing chicken. And so they asked him, they said, okay, now that you're making 100,000 from your poultry farm at every cycle, when your posting comes, will you go and work as a nurse? And his answer was, I will think about it. Agriculture is profitable. And agriculture brings good incomes. And that's why, even as president, I am a farmer. And so everybody can be a farmer, and I encourage all my appointees, government officials, please procure some land. You can plant oil palm. If you do 10 acres of oil palm or 20 acres of oil palm, you'll be surprised that it will give you more money than the salary you take every year. And so let us all invest and be able to produce so that we can supplement our incomes. I also want to commend the U.S. government. Recently, they have lifted the tariffs that they imposed on us for agricultural products.
Let's now head to Parliament. The Majority Leader, Mahama Ayariga, has criticized Ghana's continued failure to mechanize agriculture and our inability to produce sufficient food locally, lamenting the billions of dollars spent each year on food imports. Well, contributing to a statement to commemorate the 2025 Farmers' Day celebration, he observed that successive governments have neglected the original vision of Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who constructed the Akosombo Dam partly to support irrigation. He noted that the facility still remains underutilized for agricultural purposes. The Boko Central MP also urged government to prioritize large-scale farming and also adopt innovative agricultural interventions to boost yields and also strengthen national food security.
I don't know if the institution of a National Farmers' Day is achieving its real objectives. I don't know. As we speak, our food import still stands at over 3.5 billion United States dollars. Government policy must shift and start focusing on large-scale commercial farming. Government policy must shift and start focusing on irrigation. Government policy must shift and start focusing on mechanization. And we must understand that farming is an engineering exercise. We are talking about youth unemployment. Farming is a major opportunity, a low-hanging fruit for us to create jobs. As far back as 1963, when Nkrumah developed his 7-year development plan and constructed the Akosombo Dam, he indicated when he was addressing Parliament that there are two reasons why the Akosombo Dam is being constructed. One is for hydroelectric power. Two is for agro-based industrialization. How many decades now? Since 1963, 1970. How many decades now? And we still haven't achieved this basic objective. How could Nkrumah be far better than us in this generation? How is it possible that they are better or they were better than us in this generation? This generation must sit up and let's use this National Farmers' Day to remind ourselves of our failure.
Meanwhile, Deputy Minority Leader Patricia PJ and other caucus members have also called for decisive action against illegal mining to protect fertile farmland and also ensure food safety.
What is important at this point in time, considering the current state in which we are in, our water situation, our Galamsey situation, it is important that we adopt the best of policies to ensure that our food basket is always full and people will not go hungry in the country. I remember some time back when I was in school, the late Kutu Echampo, who was the former head of state, introduced the Operation Feed Yourself system. Under the circumstances in which we live now, it is important that that every family begins to look at a way of producing something for its family members so that food will be in abundance and everybody can eat.
Large cocoa farms are being destroyed. Large stretch of arable lands are being destroyed by Galamsey. Mr. Speaker, if we watch on for this menace to continue, where are we going to get land to be able to make sure that the Feed Ghana succeeds? How do we achieve and sustain food security if we watch on for our lands to be destroyed? And Mr. Speaker, I can tell you in all honesty, there is no political will to fight Galamsey. Mr. Speaker, I'm afraid if we don't act decisively in the fight against Galamsey, the future of Ghana, the future of Ghanaians are in danger.
And still on Galamsey, majority of farmers in some mining communities in the Ashanti region are abandoning their farm work and venturing into illegal mining, which they consider more attractive and lucrative. The trend, according to officials of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, is worrying and threatens food security in these communities.
The mainstay of communities in the Amansie Central, West and South districts is farming and mining. But a worrying trend is emerging as most farmers now see mining as more lucrative than their farm jobs. Millicent Elua Aka is the agric director for the Amansie South district.
We are being challenged because of the Galamsey. A lot of farms have been down because of the Galamsey. So currently where we do have a lot of farming activities going on is Nipa and Chirimia, and we are being challenged of labor because looking at when they go for Galamsey, the money that they will get, and when they come to farming, as in agric, comparatively, it doesn't matter. There is that disparity.
Officials of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture are now banking their hopes on both government and private intervention to equip farmers in communities within the Amansie South and West districts. Asanko Gold Ghana Limited has stepped in with a community agricultural support project which aims to support both the immediate needs of farmers and the long-term development of agriculture in the host communities. The program also seeks to improve yields through better quality inputs, strengthen technical capacity through farmer training, and promote climate-smart and sustainable farming practices. Ahmed Moadini Yaya is the general manager at Asanko Gold Ghana Limited.
We want to change the narrative. So we are coming on board with this program. This is part of the model we introduced for the 5-year development program, so that at the end of the day, we'll support the farmers gradually to where they want to be. We cannot leave the land barely being destroyed by illegal mining. We need to bring on board some form of farming as it used to be before. So that at least whatever they come out, the product that they bring, we even support us. We could buy the products, even like we put them within the poultry farming. As that is produced, we can buy them and consume them in the mining areas where we see, same as other products that they are going to consume.
Some beneficiary farmers lauded the initiative.
No buy a diduano, a few almost as Yasna, almost a boy, said a bay a banshee, no more a banshee, then comes it, and Kayuna Moran comes with Moran, a catchy cacanimo, no margin, no Diamaya. This year make us say, if you come apart and Yasam Kitua. And no more Diamaya, the Satikuana, a Boko Haramay, a boy.
Farmlands continue to be destroyed by activities of illegal miners. For JoyNews, my name is Emmanuel Bright-Kweku.
Against a backdrop of both triumph and present challenges, the Bono East region honored the hands that feed the nation during its Farmers' Day celebration. 14 gallant farmers, including a resilient, differently abled advocate and promising agriculture student, were recognized for their outstanding contributions. Yet the ceremony also echoed urgent calls for improved roads, expanded irrigation and greater youth participation, charting a decisive path towards securing Ghana's agricultural future. Anna Sabit reports.
In the heart of the Bono East region, where the soil tells stories of sweat and sustenance, the nation's backbone was celebrated. This year's Regional Farmers' Day in Kwame Danso wasn't just about accolades. It was a powerful conversation between the land, those who till it, and the future of food in Ghana. The theme here is Feed Ghana, Eat Ghana, Secure the Future. And standing in Kwame Danso, you feel that ambition. But behind the celebration, there is a clear-eyed view of the challenges and the champions determined to overcome them. Nana Okufrobo Awasa Afro II is the paramount chief of the Jan Traditional Council.
Farmers in Bono East region battle numerous challenges. And some of this includes poor road network. In view of this, the harvest products decay in the farms.
Yet, amidst the challenges, resilience blooms. The Regional Director of Agriculture, James Edu, painted a picture of a region brimming with potential.
As the nation prepares to cut a new path for the future of agriculture, the districts and municipalities in the Bono East region are encouraged to reposition themselves agriculturally, because the region as well as Ghana is looking up to Atebubu from Kwame Danso, Kintampo and Techimai for sustainable quality yam, Amansie for beans, Tiobodom for tomatoes, Nkransa and Atebubu Amansie for maize, Techimai for cashew and early yam, Kintampo and Pru East for rice, Jema for mangoes, Yeji for fish and livestock, and Kwame Danso for granules.
The government's message delivered by the regional minister was a call to action, especially for the youth. He charged them to take advantage of the government's Feed Ghana program to help secure sustainable jobs.
Nana Chairman, the Feed Ghana program, which was launched by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on the 12th April 2025 in our beloved region, is a tool to fight poverty in Ghana. The program is focused on women and youth in agriculture, which will provide jobs, especially for the have-nots in our society.
The top award winners embodied this mix of triumph and advocacy. The regional best farmer, 54-year-old Patrick Kufia Champon, had a direct appeal to prioritize irrigation to help farmers in drought season.
When the drought comes, most of this community get rot. So we need the government to help us with an irrigation system.
And in a powerful moment, regional-based differently abled farmer Stephen Techia sent a charge across the nation, particularly to persons with disabilities.
Sir, we will be a Nyamebo Nawadi Dema. As a woman, when it be now, also teaching Cosmema and France and Casse. Nyamia Mu, Nayanum Sakra, now the ones that can be beer, Nyamitin Shirason Temno.
From the paramount chief's stark realities to the director's brief forecasts, from the minister's call to the youth to the award winner's practical wisdom, today was a microcosm of Ghana's agricultural journey. 14 were awarded, but the true winner, as echoed in every speech, is a Ghana that feeds itself. Anna Sabit, JoyNews, Kwame Danso.
Still on agriculture, the Municipal Chief Executive for Mfantseman, Stanley Eric Akwa, has reviewed a strong uptake of the government's agricultural initiatives in the municipality. He noted that more than 83 households have enrolled in the Nkokon Kitinkiti program, while 85 farm-based organizations representing about 1,800 farmers have been registered under the Feed Ghana initiative. Speaking at the 41st Farmers and Fishers Day celebration themed Feed Ghana, Eat Ghana, Secure the Future, Mr. Akwa said the impressive participation reflects a growing commitment among farmers to support the government's agricultural transformation agenda. There's more in the following report.
The 41st Farmers and Fishers Day celebration in the Mfantseman municipality honored outstanding individuals in agriculture and aquaculture for their vital contributions to the local food system. Speaking at the event in Emisa Krom, MC Stanley Eric Akwa highlighted government's Nkokon Kitinkiti initiative and the Feed Ghana program and stressed the importance of schools prioritizing locally produced agricultural foods.
One of the flagship initiatives under this program is the Poultry and Livestock Development Project, commonly known as Ngoko Nkete. This initiative focused on reducing our reliance on poultry import by boosting local production. I am happy to report that there has been significant interest in Mfantseman municipality, with over 83 households already registered under the program. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is encouraging to note that 85 farm-based organizations comprising 1,814 farmers from the Mfantseman municipality have already registered under the Feed Ghana program. This shows a glowing commitment to agricultural development in our region, and I urge others to join the initiative. On the fishing front, the government remains committed to supporting our fishermen. The timely inauguration of landing beach committees and the regular supply of premixed fuel at affordable prices has greatly improved fishing activities along our coastlines.
Dadiel Aidan Kwanzaa was adjudged the 2025 Municipal Best Farmer. He used the occasion to outline key challenges confronting small-scale farming.
Main challenge is capital and the labor. Most of the times I go to a place known as Joyaso and go and rent or get the labor from that place. People from Cote d'Ivoire and Burkina Faso, I rent house for them at my village, then they stay in and weed my farms. It's not been easy. At times even getting faithful people to make sure that you entrust things to them. I entreat the youth, let us be open. It is difficult in getting faithful and loyal people, but I want to assure you that aside all these challenges, farming is profitable. Let's venture into it and let's do farming.
Member of Parliament for Mfantseman, Dr. Prince Ebenezer Ahen, encouraged the youth to consider agriculture as a viable career path with vast opportunities.
So I call on the youth in Mfantseman, come on board. I'm here to support you and I to grow what you call the foodstuffs here, because the theme for this year, we are going to grow Ghana, we're going to eat Ghana and protect what we grow here so that we don't have to be importing commodities like tomato. Why do we have to import tomatoes? So if you have more youth in there, we can support them with some support when it comes to implement and finance to make sure that we have grown our own product and we're eating our own product. We'll cut the importation down and have the money stay here in the constituency.
The celebration also recognized Mfantseman Girls Senior High School as the best in aquaculture, alongside an award for the best physically challenged farmer. From Emisa Krom, Abigail Lissel Nkrumah reports for JoyNews.
57-year-old Mohammed Dab from the Sisala East municipality has been adjudged the best farmer for the Upper West region. For a decade, the award has largely been a contest between farmers from the Sisala West district and the Sisala East municipality, with the former winning last year's edition. Well, determined not to play second fiddle to their western neighbors again, Mohammed Dab restored pride to the Sisala East municipality when he claimed this year's ultimate prize at Busi. Rafiq Salam reports from Wa.
The 2025 National Best Farmer Day celebration in the Upper West region was observed at all 11 municipal and districts in the region. The regional celebration of the event took place at Buri in the Dafima Buri Isa district. Our Postal Minister Charles Wonga Pozun commended farmers in the region for the important role played to feeding the people and improving their economic well-being. He stated that the future of the country depends on the decisions made today, calling for investment on the youth and women.
Let's invest in our youth, empower women in agriculture, restore our degraded lands, prevent bushfires, and create an agricultural sector that gives dignity, prosperity, and hope. Our future depends on the decisions we make today.
District Chief Executive for Dafima Buri Isa, James War, spoke of plans to revive the Gari processing factory at Jolinyiri.
Steps have been taken to ensure that farmers cultivate large quantity of cassava in the coming rainy season to feed the Gari processing plant at Jolinyiri, which has since been a white elephant since its completion some 5 years ago. Under this program, land will be prepared and genetically improved cassava stems will be provided for farmers.
For the umpteenth time, there was no doubt about which municipal or district in the region that will win the overall best farmers position. For over a decade, it has always been a contest between the Sisala East municipality and their neighbors in the Sisala West district. Arguably, the Sisala enclave is the food basket of the region. 57-year-old Mohamed Dab from Sisala East municipality undoubtedly won the overall position. The region's best female farmer went to Damotu Isifu. In the Galamsey district, the overall best farmer went to 44-year-old Sule Festus from Popu, near Kukuya community. He has been farming for 25 years. He is married with 5 children and has 55 dependents. Present at the function was the Galamsey Member of Parliament, Professor Titus Kofi-Beyu.
I would admonish the farmers that let's explore climate-resistant, climate-resilient farming methods. It is a big challenge to us that we have only 4 agric extension workers in the district with a population of over 56,000 people. And so early next year, when we approve this budget and we go into the next year, it is my hope that when financial clearance is given, the Ministry of Agric will recruit and Galamsey should be one of the beneficiaries.
At Siriri, in the West District, District Chief Executive Richard Wulu urges the people to resist from harmful farming practices.
Sustainable agriculture not only ensures food security but also enhances economic growth. It is crucial that we adopt practices that maintain soil health, conserve water, and promote biodiversity.
Member of Parliament for War West, Superintendent retired Peter Lenchine Tubu used the opportunity to speak about his one youth, 1 acre policy.
Let farming be part of your life, irrespective of what you do. Have 1 acre somewhere. And that is why I introduced 1 acre, 1 youth in War West, and they've done fantastically well. Next year, I hope that many of them will be winning awards on this program.
The day, however, belonged to 35-year-old Nuruddin Ibrahim of Turosum Farms as he won the overall best farmer award in the district. Reporting for JoyNews, Rafik Salam. Wow.
From the Upper West region, let me take you to the Northern region, where the Regional Minister, Adolf John Ali, has revealed that the Northern region continues to lead in agricultural production, making a substantial contribution to the nation's food supply. He noted that the region cultivated approximately 652,000 hectares of farmland, yielding an estimated 3.6 million metric tons of major staples. Speaking at this year's Farmers' Day celebration in Kupeni, Yendi municipality, Mr. Ali further highlighted that 118,000 hectares of yam were cultivated, reinforcing the region's pivotal role in Ghana's food security. More in the following report.
The Yendi Municipal Assembly hosted the Northern Regional Farmers' Day in Kupeni in the municipality. The event brought together stakeholders, farmers, and dignitaries to recognize the tireless efforts of the farmers in the region. Speaking at the event, the Northern Regional Minister, Adolf John Ali, said the region continues to serve as the food basket of the country. He praised Northern Costech for winning the Junior High School Agriculture Award at the national level.
Northern region continues to lead the way in feeding our nation. This year, our region demonstrated exceptional agricultural strength. The projected production figures of the region for 2025 are very impressive. For instance, it is reported that the region cultivated about 652,000 hectares of farmland and with an estimated 3.6 million metric tons of major staples.
Northern Costech received a citation in honor of their contribution to agriculture in the region and picking a national award. School prefect of the school, Farouk Hanan Saha, said the vision to learn and grow to feed themselves continued to motivate them to produce results.
The whole farm thing came about 7 years ago, when an idea came that we should start eating what we grow. We go there, we feed the guinea fowls, we water the plants, we water the we give the quails food and a whole lot. We get eggs and meat from the poultry, and sometimes the ruminants as well. Sometimes we get milk from the cows in the farm, which we use for our food. Then when it comes to the planting and the sowing and all those stuff, we have maize, beans, rice and others. The rice is cultivated, then it is parboiled, then we ourselves consume the rice.
The Northern Regional Best Farmer, Karim Fuseni, said the prize won would help boost his production.
I'm thrilled about the award. They gave me a tricycle, fertilizer, knapsack, and weedicide, and the support they have offered me to farm. I am grateful to all. It will help me farm more.
10 others receive awards, including Best Youth Farmer, Best Female Farmer, and Disability, among others.
Well, in the OT region, the regional minister, John Kojo-Japon, has hinted that the OT region is poised to lead the charge in implementing year-round irrigation farming. He explained that with the vast acreage of arable land available, farmers across the region have already received training and been supplied with improved seeds to ensure a seamless takeoff of the initiative in the coming months. The minister made these remarks at this year's Farmers' Day celebration in Dambai. Here's a wrap of events by our correspondent Peter Senu.
The regional event, which took place at the regional capital, Dambai, was highly patronized with a display of farm produce and finished farm products. KJB Status Senior High School, which was in the news recently for having lost all belongings to students in a fire disaster that gutted one room at the boys' dormitory, won the best senior high school in practical agriculture. A retired Army General, Brigadier General Albert Daunhoso, won the best regional farmer. Speaking at the event, the regional minister, John Kojo-Japon, highlighted a few agricultural projects to be carried out by his government in the region.
To feed the region and beyond, major irrigation projects covering 2,050 hectares are underway. Bumbula number 1 has 700 hectares. Bumbula number 2 has 350 hectares. And Katanga and the Kratchis has over 1,000 hectares of land that are going to be irrigated for farm during even the dry season, farming during the dry season. We want to do farming throughout the year in OT region. And if one government has instituted, sooner or later, farmers in OT region will be doing all year-round farming.
The regional best farmer, Brigadier General Albert Down, also encouraged the youth to venture into agriculture.
It is only in Ghana that we see farming for the poor. You go to Europe, it is the rich that engage in farming. As a youth, I was already involved in farming, and I recall that in the year 1983, during the hunger, I was in secondary school, Form 5. I harvested 100 tubers of yam from my own farm. And so I've been doing farming whilst in school. And so the motivation has been there all this time, not just because I'm now leaving service. And so for the youth, I want to encourage them. Wherever you find yourself, you don't need to be a big-time farmer. You only need to do something small, and then you can build upon it. And then if you are lucky or you are serious, you can get to where I am today.
The headmaster of KJB Status Senior High School, Emmanuel Cole, narrates what won the school the awards, but also wanted government to support the school to venture into large-scale farming.
The challenges are we don't have the tractor. We need tractor. We equally need irrigation, the drip irrigation materials. Then we need the greenhouse cage for us to go into tomato production for exports. Going to our rice farm, sometimes harvesting about 10 acres, we don't have the capacity in terms of machines.
The minister later met with the awardees to encourage them to form associations of award winners so as to share ideas and best practices. Peter Senu for JoyNews.
It's now time for a break here on Joy Newsroom. We'll be back with more. Please stay with us. Welcome back. This is still Joy Newsroom. New data from the Health Effects Institute show that 1 in 4 dementia deaths can now be linked to air pollution. Dementia, a group of brain disorders that cause memory loss, confusion, and impaired thinking, is being recognized as one of the growing health threats linked to poor air quality. In the State of Global Air 2025 report, produced by the Health Effects Institute in collaboration with the NCD Alliance, researchers found that air pollution-related dementia deaths have doubled in the last 2 decades alone. Pallavi Pan, head of global initiatives at the Health Effects Institute, says the findings highlight how the air we breathe is affecting not just our lungs, but also our brains. She spoke with Clean Air Beat reporter Michael Ashali.
Numbers to start off, what we report is that about 1 out of every 4 dementia deaths worldwide was because of exposure to air pollution in 2023. So that's a pretty big, very sizable contribution from air pollution, about a quarter of all dementia deaths coming from air pollution. We also see that the impacts tend to be higher in many Asian and African countries. Again, very consistent trend that we're seeing for everything else. What is perhaps worth highlighting here is that as our diagnostic tools and our understanding of these diseases improves, there's likely to be a greater focus. We have seen from other reports, not the State of Global Air report, but other works that have focused more on dementia in general, that there is reason to believe that in future the dementia rates might increase even further, partly because of air pollution, but of course there's other risk factors that significantly contribute to it. And then even in terms of mechanism of, often the question comes up, but how do you know that air pollution is the reason that this is happening? There has been fascinating research done looking at, brain tissue, trying to understand what really happens when you have air pollution exposure. And very consistently, research has shown that when we breathe in pollution, it of course goes into our lungs, but it can also cross into the bloodstream. It can cross the blood-brain barrier, cause inflammation in the brain tissue, which then triggers other pathways, which can result in damage to the brain tissue, eventually leading to development of, dementia and other diseases. So I would say at this stage, we have a lot of good evidence, hard evidence to show this linkage. But one gap that remains, and hopefully people that are reading this report and also listening to this conversation can pick up on some of it, is that we don't have enough data yet from Africa or from Asia or from low and middle income countries in general. So it also remains an active area of research to try and create better linkages or create better evidence that is local, can often be very impactful in trying to influence policy decisions as well.
And let's talk about the World Cup. Assistant Black Stars coach and former national team defender John Pencil has downplayed worries over Ghana's World Cup group, insisting that it is premature to express fear or anxiety. Speaking after the draw, he said the tournament demands patience, focus and steady preparation rather than early alarm. According to him, the technical team remains confident that the Black Stars can compete effectively once camp begins and players settle into their roles. Stephen Mensah has the rest of the story.
It began with a familiar mix of anxiety and quiet hopefulness across the country. At the Polo Beach Club, many Ghanaians held their breath, some whispering quick prayers, all with one plea, that the Black Stars would avoid another unforgiving World Cup group. Assistant coach for the Black Stars, John Pencil, however, is urging calm. He says it is far too early for any sweeping conclusions about Ghana's chances and that the technical team is focused on preparation rather than predictions.
It's a group that is very tricky. It is a tricky group. a group that Ghanaians cannot underrate. Forget about the names. It's a tournament that we are going. So I believe it's a group that will bring the best out of the team. Looking at our performance during the qualification, it was a very fantastic. And looking at the players that we have a bunch of players who are equally very good, that can stand any task, which we believe that they are the players that we can put together, the players that can play to the highest level, even to be the final.
Beyond the draw itself, there's another concern, this time among supporters. There are lingering memories of 2010 and 2014 when sections of the supporters group did not return home after the tournament. The Ghana Supporters Union insists that this time those fears are unfounded, giving firm assurances about their conduct and their plans for the 2026 edition.
We went to Brazil 2014. We are here. It may be a rumor, if someone passed through an illegal way, I think definitely the person will be grabbed and pass through the process. But we are supporting Ghana. When Ghana go, we go. When it comes, we come.
And for the official sponsors of the tournament, their message goes beyond the pitch. Accra Brewery PLC says this World Cup is an opportunity to reinforce national pride and unity. Vanessa Crew, team lead for the marketing unit, says the company remains committed to backing the Black Stars and rallying the country behind them.
Fabia has always been at the center of togetherness, has always been at the center of moments of celebrations, joy, unity. And so I can't think of anything else than Club, the #1 beer, being at the center of this moment where people are going to be sharing a lot of cheers, a lot of goals, a lot of whatever that the World Cup comes with. And you can enjoy the World Cup from the screen, but then sometimes it's amazing, experiencing it right at the stadium. And so it's just about being able to give someone the opportunity, or some people, you never know. We might just have some crazy announcement. It might not be one, it might not be two, you never know. But next year we'll be announcing at least how many people and how people get to also enter into the competition to be able to get the opportunity to get to watch the match in person.
Estimated 180 days for the test kickoff. Well, now we wait to see what the Black Stars will make of the team, the coaches, and the management. This time, if not to the finals, at least to the semi-finals. Reporting for JoyNews, I'm Mfantseman.
Well, several Ghanaian football fans have expressed optimism that the Black Stars will make it out of its group in the 2026 World Cup. Ghana has been drawn together with England, Croatia and Panama for the World Cup, which will be held in USA, Canada and Mexico next year. At the draw watch party hosted by the U.S. Embassy in Accra, diplomats, fans and former footballers also converged to watch the draw. Kweku Asante was there and filed this report.
It's official, the Black Stars of Ghana going into the crucial 2026 World Cup know which countries they are going to face in the group. We are in the final group, the last group. Ghana is going to face England, Croatia and Panama. Our first game will be determined and we're going to play. And so many people here at the U.S. Ambassador's residence expressing their views about the 2026 World Cup draw. Let's start with the charge d'affaires of the U.S. Embassy, telling us about what they feel and the arrangement for visa and ticketing. Listen to him.
I think we have to be pleased with the group. I mean, I have to say, those last few minutes, I was confident Ghana was going to be drawn into our group, right? It was really close, especially once they kept skipping Group D because of the various factors. But look, I think it's really exciting. Ghana's going to play England. That's obviously a really matchup that we can all anticipate with great excitement. And I think we're feeling good about our group, right? I mean, I think we'll have a strong chance to go through to the next round, and from there we'll see.
Brilliant. Now that I have you, what is your message to the fans, people who want to travel, everything of the sort?
We're going to talk publicly in January. We're still getting information about how the application process is going to work for fans who have tickets for the World Cup, who purchase tickets.
But with Ghana now knowing exactly which countries they're going to play with, in particular England, the English High Commissioner, the British High Commissioner to Ghana says he expects and he hopes that both Ghana and England will go out of the group.
It's good. It's going to be a big party.
Supporting England and in Ghana is fantastic. I was just saying that because it's the group stage, we can play a draw and we'll both be happy and we'll both go through. So that's good.
I mean, there are a lot of Ghanaians who would say that this will be a very important match, but they are looking to beat England. Are you also looking at the same thing?
Well, good luck to Ghana for trying. But no, I think we'll both go through because Ghana has a strong team, England has a strong team, and then maybe we see each other later and then it's serious.
Well, some influencers who've been here, Kali J and Bernice, are very confident about the chances of the Black Stars of Ghana.
Yeah, I think I'm very excited about the group, especially because of England. I get to see Cole Palmer versus hopefully Benjamin Asare, which is a very interesting game. And I also like England a lot, so yeah. But I'm hoping for a Ghana win. I mean, I want like 9 points, right? But I want Cole Palmer to score. Yeah.
You see, I can't wait for Kudus versus Bellingham, Cole Palmer versus Benjamin Asare, denying him of his goals. So I'm looking forward to that, and Croatia too. It's kind of tough, but we'll get through, definitely.
Hey, me I start my song already. Yeah, bebo, yeah, beshe, yeah, befa. Period.
So you're looking to Ghana qualifying from that group: Ghana, England, Croatia, and Panama.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. No, but why do you underestimate us? When you expect it the least, we've always stand up strong. Complacency is usually our problem, but this time we're determined. We're not joking. You can't joke in this group. So we'll put out our best and we'll take it.
So the feeling is that of optimism. So many people hoping that Ghana would do well. The last time Ghana was at the World Cup, it was not a very good story. We're kicked out of the group stages in 2022, and this time around, the expectation is that in a group with England, Croatia, and Panama, Ghana is going to be one of those countries that is going to qualify. Kweku Asante for Joy Sports, the U.S. Ambassador's residence here in Accra.
And that's it for Joy Newsroom. For more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. My name is Denise Apomaije. Good afternoon.